And this is Greenbox Loans, and I'm going to let Steve introduce himself, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Hi, this is Steve Federuccio. I'm with GreenBox Loans. We're an aggressive non-QM lender. I'm your account executive. I've been in the industry for over 18 years, basically subprime. I work for Master Financial, People's Choice, Right Away Mortgage. Here now with GreenBox Loans. I'm just here for any of your needs. Try to make those loans that don't fit into a paper, fit into our guidelines, and get them, funded so you guys can collect the check. Did you want me to start with the programs? Are we doing it over again, or what did you want me to do, Brett?
Nope, go ahead and start right. You can jump right in, and I'll follow you with moving the pages as you jump around.
Okay, cool. All right, so as the first page, we're going to go into the bank statement program, okay? We have several different bank statement programs. The first one is my 5,000 Elite 24BS, 5,000 Elite 12BS. Same program for 24 months and 12-month bank statements, okay? Just to let you know, it's better pricing for the 24 months. That's why they're both on the same program, so they do have the same LTVs and everything. On this program, it's really low LTV, basically for the borrower that just fell out of the A paper, strong FICO, doesn't have any housing events or anything like that at least over 5 years. You could look at the rate sheet along with it, and you can see the rates start off pretty low. If you scroll down, the start rate there is at 4.75, okay, and depending on the hits below with the LTV, loan amount, stuff like that, if it applies to your scenario. Okay, on this program, okay, you're going to need a profit and loss, okay, when you submit the bank statements. Bank statements are calculated at 100% deposits, which is a good thing, so we give you a lot of income, okay, and the way it works with the profit and loss is you have to give me a profit and loss based on the gross income we give you on the approval. You subtract the expenses, you get your net on the profit and loss. You divide that by either 12 or 24, and that gives you your monthly income, okay? So that's basically it on the 5,000 Elite, okay? If you go to the next program, which is the 5,012 BS Plus, this is just for the 12 months bank statements, okay? 5-year housing, the LTV is a little higher, goes to 80 to purchase rate and term or cash out with a 720. We actually will go down to a 680 to 80 LTV as well, okay? The reserves are over on the right-hand side, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Like I explained on the first call, we definitely are not shy in making exceptions. We'll make LTV exceptions, we'll make FICO exceptions, reserve exceptions. I've seen it where we waived the canceled checks. We had a borrower who just was living with family, so we didn't ask for the canceled checks to prove rental history. So just to let you know, loan amounts, cash out, those are all exceptions too as well, okay? So this one goes to 80 LTV. Sure.
Is there, can they use anything with the foreign national with the bank statement program?
No.
I had a question
foreign
on that.
National,
okay.
Yeah, no. Foreign bank statement program, foreign national is the foreign national. Okay, so
Perfect.
If we go to the next one really quick, 5,024 BS. This is our pretty much aggressive program for our 24-month bank statement. We'll go to 90 LTV with a 720 FICO. There is some restrictions. We won't go over 43 DTI at 90, and we need 12 months reserves. So basically this is for the person that has strong credit, doesn't have much money to put down, but has reserves, okay? And we take all sorts of forms of reserves, life insurance, 401k, IRAs, whatever you have, okay? So, and the minimum loan amounts are $150,000. If you have something less, as long as it's over 100, I could probably get that done for you. But definitely anything under $100,000 loan amount, I'm not the person to send it to. We're not going to do those, just to let you know, okay? On this one, just like the other program, there's two ways. If you're using just the personal bank statements, you don't need a P&L. Okay, you just need a letter from a licensed tax preparer stating that you've been self-employed for 2 years and the ownership percentage. Okay. Now, if you use bank statements, then we're going to need a profit and loss. Okay, and we do commingle, meaning we do allow for business and personal to qualify the borrower. Okay, on my 24BS. Okay, and then the last one, the bank statement, is for my lower FICOs down to 580, 12 months from housing event. We'll go to 80 LTV with a 580 FICO. Okay, so if you got somebody with a lower FICO, we'll still have no problem qualifying, and we could do that on the primary and second homes on that one. Okay, we can do investment too, but the max on the investment on that is 70 LTV. Okay, then really quick, the one I touched on, the no ratio, no reserves, the 75 LTV with a 640 FICO. That's for non-owner only. No income stated on the 1003, no reserves. Pretty much just give me a credit report, give me a 1003 with just the borrower's work information or self-employed information. We're not going to call to verify or anything, but we still need that on the 1003, but no income and no reserves as well there, okay? We do allow first-time investors, meaning you own a primary, but you don't have a non-owner, but you want to buy a non-owner. That's no problem at all. We will reduce the LTV by 5% on stuff like that because you're really not shown that you're an investor or, you're capable of being an investor yet. But we'll still do the loan, just minus 5% of reduction. Okay, we'll do condos. We'll do 2 to 4 units. Okay, we have no problem at all with that. So this is for somebody where they want to buy the house. They may be 6 months away or a year away of going A-paper or something, but they want the house now. I can put you in, no problem. The rate's going to be a little high, okay, but, there's hardly any documentation needed for this program, okay? Then the next one was the qualifying the rental survey, okay? Qualifying our rental survey works like this. Our new payment divided by the rental income. So if we have a $2,000 payment for our new payment, and and you wanted to try to qualify this borrower at 80%, if it was $2,500 was the rental or the survey for the appraisal, that will qualify. So you take the new payment we're going to give you, divide that by whatever he's paying for rent. Of course, that's going to have to be documented. And if it's over 80 DTI or less, it qualifies. Now, we only qualify off the subject property, meaning if you got 10, 15, 20 other properties, I don't really care how many properties you have. As long as they're not behind on the mortgages, they're fine. We don't use them for eligibility or to qualify the borrower. Okay? Then I got full doc here. I have an elite program where the rate starts at, 4.5. If you scroll down to the, where is it? Yeah, there it is. You got it, 5,000 elite. You got the rate sheet on that, Brett? On the right-hand side? If you could scroll that down. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that starts off at 4.5%, okay? And it's, LTV driven. So if you got a low LTV and you got a loan that just fell out of A-paper, and this is the program put it on. If you look, if you got some at 60 LTV with a really high FICO, you're at 4.375 start rate. So if you had a purchase, you're at 4.375, depending on if the loan amount's less than 1.5 million. Now,
what might be a scenario if you have a full doc loan that's got a high credit? What do you see come in under this program? What type of loan? What's causing it to be here, not a full, just a traditional loan?
Well, sometimes they don't have, don't have canceled checks for the file. Sometimes they don't have certain documentation that they can't provide. It could be a seasoning problem. There could be several different issues with the full doc. It could be a DTI problem. Maybe they don't go as high. So it all depends. I know you can fool around with the with the approved eligible and try to get that to work, but that doesn't mean you can get the file done. So it all depends. I've seen a lot of different scenarios with going into this full doc loan. Basically, like I said, it could do sometimes with seasoning is a big problem a lot. Maybe they won't go to non-owner. Maybe the LTV they won't go as high. You know, they don't want MI. I've seen that where the guy's MI was $800, and we actually put him in this program. His payment was $150 less than if he went A paper with MI. So I've seen that too as well. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so we got several full docs. We do go down. I didn't mention this last time. I want to get on this right here. We do go down to a 500 FICO on our full doc, 1 day out of foreclosure, up to $2 million. Very aggressive program. Not too many exceptions in this program. Unless you got a real low LTV, maybe 70, and trying to get to 75. That I could understand. Okay, but otherwise, usually there's not too many exceptions on this program because we go down to 500. We go down to 500 to 70, 540 to 75, and 580 FICO to 80%. 1 day out of foreclosure, as long as they don't have a 1 times 90 any longer, we're fine with this program. Okay, and then the last two, the foreign, the last three actually, the foreign national is pretty much a traditional foreign national. You can qualify them 2 different ways. On my 5,000 FN, or you could qualify them on my no ratio, no reserves. Foreign national is allowed to go there too as well. The LTV is a little lower, but we can qualify you on the no ratio, no reserves for the foreign national. Okay, I-10 is basically if you have an I-10 and you got reestablished trade lines or you got established trade lines, I can go to 90 LTV for you. Okay. If you don't have established trade lines, you just got a regular I-10. Maybe they don't have any credit or anything like that. That's no problem. I can go to 75 LTV. Okay. So that's fine. Now there is one other program that we didn't touch on. I got a 1-year tax return. Basically, exactly how it sounds. We base it off last year's tax returns divided by 12 months. Gives you the amount, the income, and that's what we qualify that off of, okay? So basically what you're looking at here, okay, if you go back up to that. Go back up to what you had, right there, that page. Okay, so if you look, we pretty much spell out everything for you, okay, here. With the bank statements on the left side, you see that we got 4 different programs, okay? And in the full doc, we have 4 different programs. They're all LTV driven. They're all based on FICO. Okay, so if you're not sure which one fits, you can always call me. Or if you have a scenario, always give me a call. I'll always go over it with you. Okay, because sometimes I have somebody a lot of times where they want to put it in full doc RH, where the pricing isn't as good as NP, and it could qualify with the NP because that program is pretty similar except for going down to 500 FICO. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. What I wanted to explain to you guys in selling these programs, like let's say you got a borrower just fell out and, he can't go full doc, okay? For some reason the DTI is too high. But, he's self-employed and he has a lot of, he deposits a lot of money. So you take him bank statements, let's say 24-month bank statement, okay? Let's say the rate you were trying to get this guy was 3.75, 4%. Let's say even scenario of 4.5%, okay, you were trying to get him a full doc, you can't get it done, okay? But your LTV is pretty low. You can put him on my Elite, you get yourself a nice low rate, okay? And also if it's over 80 LTV on all our programs, all our non-QM programs, we do not have any PMI, no mortgage insurance at all, okay? And just to let you know, our fees, if you want to chart this down, our fees for non-QM is $17.90 flat, no points, nothing else, just $17.90. And for right now, we are just borrower paid, meaning everything you gotta get it from the front. Okay, there's no yield spread right now. We are coming out with lender paid, okay, but we don't have that on our non-QM, only on our A paper programs. Okay, so when selling these programs, you gotta let the borrower know if he's not eligible for that A paper, and he's still complaining and griping about the rate and everything. Hey, if he wants to get that cash out or he wants to buy that house, these are probably his best options. I mean, once you're ineligible, you're ineligible. You could fake the system, but you're not going to get that approved with any lender. So, and also I can help you with that too. And if you have any questions how to sell a loan or anything, or you have somebody on the line, or I get a lot of my LOs that meet with the realtors and they want me to speak to the realtor, I got no problem with that at all. I deal with a lot of realtors as well that send me a lot of business. So pretty much just want to let you know we're out here. We're pretty aggressive. There aren't that many companies. There's a handful of really doing non-QM and doing it the correct way, okay? You'll get some of these companies, they'll offer you these crazy programs because they did one loan with it for somebody, probably was a relative of somebody, and now they offer that program, but you get in there, you can't do the program, and they're trying to studio switch and bait and put you onto something else. I'm not like that. You call me up, I'll let you know what we can do. I can't do it, I tell you right away, hey, I can't get it done. If I can't get it done, and I call you and tell you that, it's because I exhausted all my resources, okay? I know how my company works. I know who to speak to. I have my own little team inside. So, it's fairly easy working with me. I'll be straight up with you. I'm always accessible, even on the weekends. He asked me, Brett, I got no problem with the weekends. If you meet with a borrower and they got questions, or you're meeting with a realtor or anything, hey, give me a call. If you don't give me, leave a message. I'll call you right back. Email me. I'll shoot you an email right back. You could always go on my website to see our rates and our programs. If anything changes, I'll let you know. And just to let you guys know, I didn't touch on this in the first call, but you can let everybody know for right now, when you submit a loan, as of this moment, okay, it started in the beginning of the month, but as of this moment, if you fund that loan in November, by the end of November, the appraisal is free, okay? So meaning, I don't care how much the appraisal is going to cost, we're going to eat it. So if you submit a loan here and you order an appraisal, that's going to be free, okay? For some reason, if you don't close it by the end of November, well, we probably got a bad loan anyway, number one, because we're running about 25, 30 days in closing loans. And number two is, if the borrower cancels or something like that, then there's nothing we can do. You'd have to pay for the appraisal. But otherwise, right now, all appraisals are free as long as we close the loans by the end of November 30th. I believe 30 days in November. So, okay. So I really love to see if you guys got any questions, any scenarios, if you want to get into more detail. I mean, that's what I'm here for.
And surprisingly, the line has not been muted. You guys are awesome today. This is as clean as I've heard it. Couple of things. You'll always be able to get his rate sheets off of their website at GreenBoxloans.com, and all of his information is on the lender identification sheet, which is in our broker portal that I showed everyone. And each broker has one just like this, so you have all their information, their websites, everything. And you can reach out to Steve anytime for this. Their turn times are typically 24 or 48 to 72 hours, so it moves along. But if you need to get income ran, you can send it over to them, and they'll look at it beforehand and tell you if it looks like you got a deal or not. So I'd certainly reach out to him and make sure that when you're looking at these deals, sometimes you're just not sure if it's going to work or not. Go to the pro and get the answers so that and you're not wasting the client's time if you can't do it. But if you can do it and be the hero, there's a way to close some more loans. So does anybody have any questions?
What documentation is needed for the I-10 program?
Okay, the I-10, basically, it's pretty much like the same when qualifying with full doc. Here, give me 1 second. I'm going to go straight to the okay.
And this sheet that I'm flipping through is on our site too. So everything that you've seen on the screen is under the GreenBox tab in our site. So you can pull this up. Sorry.
Right. No, that's okay. It depends how you're qualifying the borrower. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna, full doc, a minimum of 2 years employment and income history. We could have gaps in employment, but only 30 days. If you got less than 2 years employment income history, the borrower's income may be qualifying income if the mortgage file contains documentation to support that the borrower was either attending school or on a training program, okay? A complete signed and dated IRS for 4506T, okay? And then the documents we're going to need pay stubs, 1 full month with the year-to-date earnings, W-2s and 1099s or 1099s prior to 2 years. So pretty much like a full doc loan, okay? That's how we're going to qualify the borrower on the I-10.
Okay.
And you see all of this. You see all this on the screen that's showing what I found. Just found it just that simple. And the nice thing about it is when you go to that first page, this page here, all you got to do is click whichever program you need, and the PDF's interactive. So I literally just click the I-10 and it dropped down, and you can just scroll through the things you need, and you'll have everything you need. Like here's your non-traditional credit right there. So now what if you had a borrower that had no score? Is that something you can work with on an I-10, or do they have to have scoring?
No. They don't have to have a score for the I-10. No. We're looking for a 620 FICO to go 90 LTV. Okay, basically. That's all we really need. Anything over 75 LTV, we're looking for a 620 FICO, because that means you got traditional trade lines. So anytime you're going to go over 75 LTV, we need established trade lines from that borrower. If you don't have any trade lines, that's fine, but your max is 75 then. Okay? And that says it right there on the first. If you look on the first page where it says 5,000 I-10, it says it right there. Now also on Texas though, I believe on this program with Texas we could only do purchases. Okay? Yeah, that's correct. Texas purchases only. Okay, for the I-10. Okay.
Now, one thing that Steve made notice of before was, let's turn that off. If someone that they have and they do and even in multiple layers, they work with exceptions. So when you've got something, you just even have something that you're just on thought process on, call Steve up and see if this is something that could work. I mean, and tell him the full story. Tell him what you really have so he can figure out if he can structure it for you.
Believe me, I don't. Go ahead.
I'm in Texas, and for that I-10 program, if they don't have a credit score, what would they need to come in with, or the LTV be?
75. Okay. Wait.
See right here I just scrolled down, and after credit comes in, and it's got non-traditional credit, and you'll be able to read this. This is on the portal for you, but you can read through and see what they're requiring.
All right, thank you.
All right, do we have anything else? Again, and by the way, I've recorded this, so if you miss something or you come in late, we'll have this up on the portal we're going to put it in a section for you guys to be able to look at it. On each broker will have the video as well, so you can refer back, and all of this information that you've seen other than the rate sheet is on the portal. The rate sheet, again, you can get off of their website. Steve had indicated to me before that their rates do not change very often. So
yeah, so pretty much every day, if there's going to be a rate change, you'll know about it. It'll say if you go in there, the rates have changed. But I'll let you know that. What we do is we send an email wide to all our brokers, letting them know if any rates change. They usually don't. Okay, but like Brett said, if you have a problem with an appraisal, you're having a problem with acreage, you have a problem or something you're not sure about, or an HOA, or do you guys do non-warrantable condos, whatever the case may be, give me a call. Let me go over it with you. If we can do it, we can do it. We can't, we can't. One thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to tell you, hey, submit the loan, we're okay, and we're not. Okay, I don't work like that. I don't want to waste your time, my time. Okay, I like loans to close. We all want to get paid, you know. So basically, that's it. You have any questions or concerns? Hey, I'm here for you. And and remember, there's no dumb question. If you're not sure about something, especially if you never sold these kind of programs before, hey, you know what? If you meet with a borrower and you need like some information or need anything, hey, give me a call. I got no problem walking you through it. Okay?
Well, thank you very much. I have one quick question before you hang up. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. On the bank statement program for a primary residence on a purchase, and can you kind of run through that? I did pop in a little late, about 10 minutes late. I just want to make sure, because I've been having some runarounds. I work with Impact a little bit, and it's just been a nightmare. So I really need a great. I do quite a bit.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you breaking up.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Let me try again. On a bank statement program, I've been running into some problems with Impact on some what I would think would be some simple things to get past.
And what are they?
Program?
What does it say? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Let me call you directly when we're done here.
Yeah, when we're done, give me a call. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
It keeps flipping right at the perfect time when we're trying to hear the juice on it.
Yeah, I know.
Reach out to Steve specifically. I mean, this when I got his stuff, and Steve was actually, I put it out that, we're going to start doing all the brokers, and Steve was the first one to ping. So he's out there trying to make deals work, because he immediately got back to me and got the first spot. And when I got their information, it was all about deal making. When you got those ones that just don't fit, you've got to try to find other sources, because you want to make the deals work. And here's where you start. You start looking at what you got and trying to match it up. So I appreciate everybody's time. And, if you do have further questions and specific deals, reach out to Steve, and all of his information is on the portal under the lender sheet. And, we're excited to expand, and this is why I put in all this time to get this broker side going, is so that you can find the product to make your deals work. So let's go ahead and we'll wrap it up, and I appreciate everybody's time. I try not to keep you too long, but we want to get the information out there. So look for these every Thursday. We're going to be featuring one every Thursday, guys. So thanks very much. Steve, thanks a lot for your time, and look for people to contact you.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate you giving me the opportunity. Okay, you take care, and everybody else, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.